guys, welcome to playback. Whew. Warm in here. Oops. Goodness. I hate when Facebook moves everything around. You can't find anything. There we go. Okay, we are gonna. Hi, Melissa. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do this. Welcome to our porch. Chat, gather, chat, and repeat. I can't read. We're gonna do it on the reclaimed board here. This is a Chocator board. It's got the slats going angled, going the wrong way. Angled. But it also has it so if you could do it on the back side, you can do it as a framed piece. I'm going to do it on this side. Okay, and this is wood. It is Chocator, but I will still wax. Always wax my wood. My wood over here, sorry. And again, I just use Minwax. Everything's backwards when you have this camera turned in the natural. It's always backwards. I want to do it this way, and it actually needs to go that way. Someday I may get that down. So we're just going to go ahead and just put a really light coating on this so the transfer doesn't stick to it. This jar of wax will last you a long time. Like I've said before on here, I bought this when I started. I've been doing this for a year and a half. I bought this, and that's all I've used. And I use this on all wood, slate, and metals that have like a coating on them, like a galvanized metal. Okay, and you can always tell the difference. It's got a nice, smooth, silky sleek. We are going to do this, and we're going to do a hot mess. And a hot mess is where you put multiple colors, just have them all over, and then you just swipe them together. So it just kind of gives it a marbled look. We're going to use bright white, Tide, and Seafoam. I'm going to go ahead and get these stirred up. Looks like it's been a while since I used my Seafoam. Way for really quick. And then I just use distilled water in there. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are having a good night. Any big plans for Father's Day weekend? And we're gonna have a barbecue tomorrow. Just the kids and my husband and I. A little bit more. It's almost there. Want it to be a little thinner because it's warm in the house today. We finally got decent weather. Here in Oregon where I live, the whole month of June it's been nothing but cold. It's been like in the 50s and 60s and rainy. And today was actually a warm day. Yesterday was sunny and a little bit warm, but today was up in the 80s, but it was muggy. So of course now the house is all muggy, and when it's warm like that, and if your chalk is thicker, it will dry quicker, which means it'll dry in the transfer and then take the chance of it pulling up in with the transfer and not going onto your surface. Yeah, it had been a while since I used this one. It was really dry. If your paste get really dry, I have one over here. It doesn't have a whole lot in it, and it's been a while since I used it, and it's hard. It's not like brick hard, but it's pretty hard. It's you can't even that one. Most people, you don't want to throw that away because you can fix it. You just I take a little bit of distilled water and I put it in like a glass measuring cup, stick it in the microwave, and I don't bring it to a boil, but I bring it to where it's more or hot and it's got steam coming off from it, and then I dump that in the jar, put the lid on and let it sit for a little bit, dump a lot of the excess off, and then what it does is it'll soften that up, and so you'll be able to actually stir it, and you just keep working it, and eventually you'll have your paste back. Okay, I think we're good with this one now. I just used Tide the other day, so it shouldn't be too bad. Emma White. Now, one of the other designers on one of my chalk groups did these colors, and it looked really cool, so I'm hoping mine will turn out just as cool. All the colors I'm using tonight, the board and the transfer, are all current. They are available on the website. I do believe they are all in stock now too. Okay, so go ahead and get this out of here. And then we are going to fuzz. I'm also going to fuzz this. I did wax it, so it should be fine, but I'm going to at least fuzz it a couple times just to make sure. You want to make sure because, you know, these transfers, you know, that's an investment. You don't want to ruin them. I've only used this one other time, so it's still pretty sticky. And again, fuzzing, all you're doing is you're putting a light coat of fuzz from the towel on the back side of the sticky stuff so it doesn't stick as much. And when you clean your transfer off after you're done, it will, the fuzziness will come off. You got this one yesterday? Yeah, I love this one. Yeah, the shirt I did make. This is a retired transfer, but yes, I did this one too. That's another thing. I love making shirts. Love that. Of course, my closet can't handle that much. So a lot of times I make things and give them away to my friends. Okay, I'm just going to push this down, and since this is wood and it's not an even smooth, it's got, you can kind of see, if you can see or not, you can kind of see where the slats, they're not even, so I want to make sure that that's pushed down so I don't get any bleeding going on in those areas. And here, I think I might, because I can't get that to go down in there, so I might get some bleeding in this area here. But When you're working with wood, that's what you get uneven areas. So when I go in this area, I'm going to try to, when I do chalk, when I get them all on there, I'm going to go down in one direction. Because I have a feeling if I go sideways or anywhere, it's going to push it up underneath there. Or if I go down, it should be fine. But if I have any bleeding, I believe it's going to be in this R section right here. Okay. So we're going to do our hot mess. And we're going to do, like I said, bright white, Tide, and seafoam. Yeah, seafoam. Just gonna tab this all over. Sling my paste everywhere. I got it all over me now. And I do some of the white because I want to make sure I have the white on there before I put too much of the darker color, and I want to get it, crossed into my white jar here. Tide. I go kind of heavy on the Tide. Because I want the Tide, I want more of that darker color in there than... Okay. Good luck. Oh, where's my thing? Here we go. Again, I'm going to go just in one direction. And I'm going to put this, even though it's a lighter color, I'm going to put this back in my Tide because it'll just blend in. It won't really cause too much of a difference in my coloring there. You don't have to, you can just wipe it on a paper towel so you don't ruin any of your colors, but I don't like to waste my paste if I can get away with not doing that. You can also put it in like a small, like a little small jar. See, like this one I have, it's just a little jar I got from Walmart, or you can get them at Dollar Tree. You just want to make sure you check them a lot more than you do the other jars because they're smaller and they dry out faster. Okay. Sure got everything. Way. Yeah, I had okay, so I had quite a bit of bleeding because it is So I did have some bleeding, actually where the R that I thought it was going to be, there was no bleeding. But I did have some at the top of the R. And a little bit up here. That's fixable. We're going to fix that. I have these. They are, you can see they're pointed. They're a makeup Q-tip. Makeup cotton swab, what do you want to call them? So, actually, it's already dried on here, so it's not going to come off real well. Porch. I'm just spraying a little bit of the water to wet my Q-tip or cotton swab. It also helps that I wax the board. That helps with that removal of the bleeding a lot better. Thanks. Also, if you can't get all of this up, you can also take, we have a color called Greige, which is about the same color as the board, and you can just take some of that and water it down a little bit and just paint in the areas that it's stained. Cover it right up. Oops, oh, a little too close in there. Okay, one more little spot here. Okay. So I liked it because when she showed it, it looked like it looked like it was water. So I feel like it's not totally all the way in there. Oh, there we go. I'll pull it back a little more. Okay, guys, that was my project for tonight. I hope that helped if you had any questions on how to fix anything. I will probably go over with my Greige in some of the areas that I couldn't get that discoloration out of there. You can also wipe it off, sand it down, paint it, whatever, and redo the whole thing. Or turn it around and do something on the backside. So I'm going to go ahead and go since it's just really, really warm in this here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I hope you have fun tonight. Take care, and I will see you next Friday at 8 o'clock on Chuck Live. And always, be kind to one another. Be safe. God bless. Bye.